Bună ziua! Bună ziua, Cluj! Ce faceți? Sper că sunteți bine.
Da, mulțumim!
Thank you. That is Swedish. Although I don't speak Romania, we do speak one language, and that is language of cooperation. Working together. So first of all, thank you so much for coming to University of Confidence Innoveit event here in Cluj for the very first time. We're honored to be here. I will try to be quick because we have a very strong lineup today. The event lasts till noon, and we have various sessions focusing on what EIT and various KICs are doing here in Romania, and what you can do also as part of our activities. So I'd like to give the floor now to the Director of Babeș-Bolyai.
Thank you very much. I'm just the host of the event. So, to make a long story short, typically my duty is to give overview of UBB for our guests. Not now. And I would just say in the beginning that welcome at the largest Romanian university. UBB is today the largest Romanian university, having about 50,000 students, about 15 locations all over the Romania. Of course, the also, UBB is a very complex university because we have from arts to many sciences, life sciences, natural sciences, engineering and technology, and we try to relate all of them under the umbrella of STEM, science, technology, engineering and mathematics. And also sometimes we have art and humanities as a transversal component, so STEM becomes STEAM. And we believe very much in this model because we talk about innovation. We really think that if you want to have disruptive innovation, not from a business perspective, from a product perspective, you need fundamental research behind that approach, and STEM is a very good framework. If you just stay with the applied research, that could be very important. If the applied research to generate maybe incremental innovation, that is important, not disruptive. So that is why the STEM is our. Also, UBB has the longest academic tradition in Romania. It started in 1581 as a Jesuit university. In the 18th century, it became an imperial university with teaching in Latin and German. In the 19th century, it became a Hungarian university. At the beginning of the 20th century, Romanian university. That is why today, and many people are not aware of that, UBB is probably the most complex university in the world. We have 3 official academic languages, Romanian, Hungarian, and German, to honor our history and also the history of Transylvania of the country. So practically we don't have programs in German or in Hungarian. We have 3 official academic languages. And of course we have many other programs in English, French, and and UBB is also one of the best Romanian universities and one of the most representative, I would say, in the south of Europe. In some fields we are world class. We have, for example, scientists who are among the 2% most cited scientists in the world. Mention some fields like sciences, cognitive sciences, biochemistry, mathematics, and also talking with our colleagues, I mentioned that the research as concerning the energy is also very strong at UBB. The group from the Faculty of Chemistry was in the top 10 in the world based on last year as concerning, for example, carbon captation and storage. So this is in brief what UBB is today, and that's concerning the Faculty of Mathematics and Informatics. We are very happy there. Faculty is very active, dynamic, and again, many people are not aware that this faculty is the largest one in Romania as concerning computer science and information technology, and not only the largest one, it's one of the best faculties in the field. We value all 3 missions of the university: education, research, and relationship to society, but we have a particular aspect which is often not very well understood by some of our colleagues and maybe by some of our politicians. We would say that the main mission of the university is to generate new knowledge. the research is at the core of the university. In that way, the education will be active, co-created with our students, and also the innovation wouldn't be only, you know, a regular one, incremental one. Sometimes it would be pretty disruptive. So, this is UBB. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Enjoy your meeting, and also enjoy Cluj, which is a beautiful city. I know that the area is not very nice in these days, but I invite all of you next year when everything will be pedestrian around, and you will see a very nice historical place. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for Professor Recognize. I'm sure during the day we'll hear more about what Babeș-Bolyai is doing in regards to the IT and various maybe. So also I would like to welcome all those joining online. As you know, today we have a hybrid event, so it's not a fortunate situation. I mean, it's a fortunate situation we have in here online, and also other people joining across Europe. We'd like to keep the people down to Razvan Niculescu, who's a member of the EI.
Thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you very much, Director, for the very nice introductory words. I'm really happy to welcome this event on behalf of the EIT Governing Board. And I'm really happy that this event is organized here in Cluj, and this, here in this very important university, multicultural university with a long tradition. Whenever I'm in Cluj, I am really happy, and I have the feeling that I'm in California.
A smaller one, but
it's a kind of second value for me. I spent some time there working and studying there. And I have the feeling that here is the same type of vibe. A city with, if I'm not wrong, with 1,500 IT companies. Yeah, with 25,000 people working in the IT industry here. And the city, I think, probably in top 3 in terms of growth in Europe among the large cities. So it's very impressive. And it's an impressive transformation, and I think that the universities, UBB and the Technical University, both played an important role in this amazing journey. And I keep the finger crossed for Cluj and for the university to continue. EIT, what it is about EIT? We are part of the European Horizon program. So, or let's put it differently, we administrate a part of the European Horizon program with the mission to put together education, research, and business, and to create what we call an ecosystem. So our role is to unite business, education, and research, to help them to work together, to help them to actually to contribute to the most important challenges faced by the European Union or by world, in terms of energy, in terms of climate, in terms of digital transformation, in terms of health, in terms of raw material, urban mobility. So we have a couple of initiatives which are administrated by entities called Knowledge and Innovation Community, and KICS. Yeah, knowledge and innovation communities, where entrepreneurs, representatives of the education sector, researchers meet, work, and try to do things together. In the last decade, EIT helped the development of more than 5,000 startups. 5,000 startups. We contributed to the development of 1,500 or more than 1,500 products and services. We helped startups to raise and to scale up their projects and to raise more than 6 billion euros. We contributed to the education of more than 5,000 people, students in master and PhD programs. The story is ongoing. It's important that we organize, as I said, this event here. We think that, and I'm not saying it only because I'm in Romania, I'm Romanian, I'm saying it because that's the truth. We see a huge potential in Cluj and a huge potential in Romania. Romania is the country where the largest ever unicorn from Europe merged with us. That's a fact. At the same time, there are many other things to be improved. I think we are on a good path. In 2021, the funding accessed by Romanian entities did represent 50% of the total funding accessed between 2014 and 2020. So in 1 year, Romanian entities managed to access half of the funding accessed in 6 years. So this is a very good signal. Romania joined an important EIT initiative, becoming a member of the European Battery Academy. So Romanian universities are going, and Romanian educational institutions are going to train people able to work in the battery field of the future. You will see in the coming days, EIT, our energy initiative, will become part of a very important Romanian project to build a large-scale battery factory here. So we identified here a couple of companies with the potential to become unicorns, especially in the digital sector. And by the way, Mr. Vice Rector, we have also here the colleagues from EIT Digital Budapest. They have been promoting regional cooperation a lot, yeah. So I encourage you to discuss, eventually also with the local authorities here, because I personally see Cluj-Napoca a place to be for EIT Digital. And why not to discuss with the support of the university and with the support of the local authorities, with the support of the EIT regional initiative, which is based in Budapest, to create an office here, a permanent office here. I've just learned from you that the university, together with EIT Digital, is going to organize the first EIT master program dedicated to cybersecurity. This is a very hot topic, a very important field in the context of this unjustified and unprovoked war generated by Putin in Ukraine. So cybersecurity is more and more important. And having a master program and having the master program for the first time organized in Europe here in Italy, it's something amazing. I congratulate you for this. I encourage you to continue, maybe also with other initiatives. Cybersecurity is an important topic for the event. Yeah. So I look forward and I encourage you to have a constructive exchange of views on this topic. For us, cyber is important. For us, recently, another initiative is important. We launched with the support of the EU Commissioner Gabriel. I think she mentioned to me that visited Swedish, yeah, visited Cluj recently, yeah. So we launched an initiative called Deep Tech Initiative. A very ambitious initiative. I'm sure that during this event you will discuss a lot about that. So it's a response of the European Union to the new challenges in the energy field, in the health field, in the climate field. And our ambition is to create in the next 3 years minimum 1 million skills in the deep tech area. And of course, this would be achieved only with the support of universities like UBI. So thank you once again for inviting me. It's a great pleasure to be here, and I encourage and I wish a successful event to all of you.
I will just mention something in relationship to your speech, that all three components of the EIT digital you mentioned, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and quantum are very important for us. As you mentioned, we have the first master program in cybersecurity here at UBB. UBB is the university which initiates and coordinates the national strategy in quantum communication in Romania, and also we have a loan from the European Investment Bank of about 35 million euro, so that we can develop a new smart specialization of the city, info, bio, for health. So the whole idea is to use info, especially artificial intelligence and virtual reality for health, both human and environment. So we have a lot of. And now, if you excuse me, I have to open another event, but I will be around, and I will see you later.
Coming and working the event, and welcome to provide an overview of what EIT does and has in mind for the coming years. Let's go a bit deeper now. So as Babeș mentioned, there are various knowledge innovation communities within EIT, so-called KICs, and one of them is EIT Digital. Actually myself, I'm also coming from the EIT Digital office, and I would like to now cover the regional node director East to present you what the EIT Digital does, especially the plans for this region as well.
Thank you very much, Christian. Welcome, everybody. And, it's a pleasure for me here. The first time in Cluj, the first time in Romania as well. Actually, I was very moved by your speech, because you mentioned that the cybersecurity thing that the first ever in Romania to the master school, and it started very simple. It's a very short discussions at the beginning, and I was the responsible person in the EIT digital community to bring it to the end. And it's also my personal pleasure and happiness that I saw it went to the end. And I would like to thank Simona very much for your participation and all your efforts from the UBB side, because it involves a lot of people from UBB, from us, and from our Brussels office to manage all the things to make it to this end. So once again, thank you very much. I'd like to give you here a very short presentation about EIT Digital, an overview. I am recently appointed the regional director for the Eastern region of Europe, including 14 countries. I'm based in Budapest, but recovering from the north in Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, and all the Balkans peninsula. So basically, it's 14 countries. So it's a bigger task for me, because originally I only have 6 countries in this Budapest. Now it's a whole region east. As you already heard about the EIT, it's a mission of EIT, so I would not say it again, but EIT Digital is a TIC, knowledge and innovation community. We address strategic interests of a strong digital Europe, because digital transformation is a very important and strategic area for Europe. Our delivery is on innovative digital products and services. Start and grow digital ventures and skill digital entrepreneurs. As you have already informed about the European innovation agendas, the ambition is to train at least 1 million skilled talents in Europe in impact. And we want to have impact and thought leadership in Europe and in the world. So here is you can see that we have also EIT climate, foods, energies, health, and we are digital. We are a family, and we are part of a family. How did we do it, and what is our strategy? Our strategy is that we have 3 pillars for our digital strategies. We have education pillar, we have an ecosystem pillar, and at the end we have venture creations and innovation pillar. So this is about how we do it. We have across in 18 cities in Europe, in EIT Digital itself, and we try to bring entrepreneur education and innovation entrepreneurship into our ecosystems. So very shortly, because now we are in a university, I would like to start with the Entrepreneur Academy. So what you have here is that the idea that EIT Digital try to bring education in Europe is that we follow a T-shape, which means we have a deep functional discipline specialized in deep tech and in engineering, but we also provide to our students the ability to work outside the core area. So for example, how to start a new business, how to create ventures, and how to work with marketing and also other areas. That means the A letter in the STEM and STEAM. So that is why we try to already do it. We have been doing it for the last 10 years. We have our master school, doctoral school, professional school, and summer schools. So currently in the master school, it's a unique trademark, not only in Europe, but in the world. It's 2 universities, 2 locations in Europe. We have a summer school in between for entrepreneurship and innovations. And at the end, we have 2 certifications with the EIT label. So it's very important that EIT label, that it's a certificate for you that you have trained in innovative and entrepreneurial mindset. So that is, I would like to emphasize that. And in our regional note, we participated in autonomous system, cybersecurity, data science, digital manufacturing, embedded system, and fintech. So we are quite represented in our whole ecosystems. And of course, it's my pleasure, and it's only mentioned a couple of times of cybersecurity, and I welcome UBB on board. And I would like to, if you have your mobile phone here, if you go to eitdigital.eu and you go to study in the master school, you can see that UBB is on board on the map of Europe in cybersecurity master school. I just checked it this morning, and it's already, you can see Romania and UBB on that map. And it's available in eitdigital.eu website. So it's about our idea for venture creations and innovations. We followed the approach of 3 stages in innovation: startup, and scale up. For startup, it means we have a venture programs, which actually we have a partner here from Romania. It's in Accelerator, Hexagon. And we work and collaborate with the Romanian accelerator company to look for startup company from this region to join our venture program. And I'm very happy to announce to you that they work excellently well with us, and they bring many Romanian companies to join our venture programs. This is next step. It's a startup when you have some idea and you coach and mentor by us. Now we invite you to the next step. Is our program called Innovation Factory Program, which help you to start a company or push your innovative products and services in digital transformation area. And here we provide also the investment. We have to bring additional investor to your ideas to create startups. And our investment currently to the Innovation Factory Program is around 150K to 400K euro for your startup company. In return, of course, for our equity in the company. So it's a business, not only because of the sustainability aspect of our EIT Digital and EIT itself. I will say that. Last but not least is our accelerator. EIT Digital Accelerator is among the top 10 European accelerator, and it's well known in the world as well, because thanks to our participation and thanks to our also the Silicon Valley hub that we have right now in there, and then we can help the companies who would like to have access to banking and access to finance and to visibility and work with partners, even not only in Europe but also in the US. And actually, I would say that Israel is a new area that we can also help with EIT to help the company from the region to go broader in Europe, but also to the US and to Israel in the close. So that is the portfolio that you have with innovation and the venture creations. Very simple success story that I'd like to bring you. We have many, but because of the time, I'd like to very focus here. You can see the Commissioner Maria Gabriel just visited last year in November to EIT headquarters. And it's a showcase of the startup called Antremo. It's our model because Antremo's founders are master school students from our EIT Digital Master School, and they won the hackathon organized by EIT, and our Commissioner Maria Gabriel was the main organizer, and this is give her name to this event in hackathon, the COVID. EU COVID hackathon, and this team of students won the first prize, and they started the company with us, Antremo, and now they are working very well on the digital health projects, and it's a model we want to see. So we started to nurture the talents, and we bring them to the state that they can do the own startup and bring it to Europe and to the world. So Antremo, and it's also recognized by Commissioner Maria Gabriel for the whole, the pipeline of innovations. This is to say about EIT Digital Accelerator. I just to give you some very short statistics that we now bring more than 900 million euro by investors to our accelerators. And actually, you can see that recently in EIT Summit in Brussels, the lady who won the prize from the final prize, our Abitus. This Abitus is a product from our accelerator, EIT Digital Accelerator, and I mean it owns the top 10 of Europe and in the world among us. So it's I would say that if you have a company and you want to accelerate, you want to scale up and go to Europe and go to the US, go to around the world, please go to us, and we are ready to help and work with you. So a few numbers until 2021, we have 267 startup created. We have 180 plus equity positions in companies. We have more than 500 products launched. We have more than 400 scale-ups supported, and 1 billion euro investment that we helped our startup, our scale-up company to have investments, and we have huge graduates in our education pillar as well. Coming back to our regions, currently we have 8 universities in our ecosystem. We have 23 partners from industry, and as you can see here we are in Romania. We have UBB as our educational partners. Now you are active already in Master School on Cybersecurity, first ever in Romania. You are participating in higher education initiative in Innoveit, and as we discussed with our colleagues from UBB yesterday, you have an intention even to join our summer schools. I mean, it's under preparations, and we also look forward to invite teams from UBB, students, lab research to join our risk venture program, which I mentioned before. And in terms of company, we work with Hexagon, we work with Bayer, it's a company working on IT and robotics, and it's now there in our innovation factories. Yes, please.
This one is the first master school in Romania or in Europe?
In Romania. In Romania, yeah.
And we have other initiatives.
Yes. It's in Romania. It's the first ever in Romania. And actually, I took it from a snapshot, and you can see it now. It's on the EIT Digital webpage. So Romania is now on board and on the map. And among our East region, we have 14 countries, including both those are already in the European Union, but also who are applying to our family. And currently we have only office in Budapest, but as we have been informed that there is initiative and we are looking forward with your help as well, that we would like to open up more involvement with Romania and particularly Cluj and EBB with be ready to collaborate with us. And yeah, it's the business that we are doing with our partners. It's to be the long story short, is that what we can do with our partners, in particular with the local community, is that every one single public funding we create €8 in terms of employment, in terms of additional investment, in terms of creating training. So it's a good time to invest in IT Digital, to collaborate with us. With everything public funding come to us, we create €1 from public funding, we create €8 in value. So that is, and thank you very much for your attention. That's very good.
Reflecting on your slide, markers in Romania, we just had a message on the chat from Tax Orator that she's welcoming everyone. She's also a partner of ours in Romania. Now, I would like to give the floor to one of the national contact points from UFHD. Okay, that's the word. That's the word. Okay. Alex, a few minutes, you will have your slide, and there you go.
Thank you. I don't have a fancy presentation because the downside of being next in a panel, everybody before you said everything. So I just try to summarize the things, how we try to see it. The national contact points as a positioning comes somehow between everybody. Because we contact with universities, with governing boards, with startups, with gigs. To understand a bit the universe of the EIT, we don't understand it yet fully. In Romania, so far, we have participants for health, we have for climate, we have for food, we have for urban mobility, now we have for energy, and the latest celebration was the participation in manufacturing. All over directly, there are 24, I think, companies involved. In the idea of indirectly, we still try to map and get in contact with people that we are surprised to talk and see they were involved in projects. So it is a bit humbling and inspiring to see all the players on the same table to build university and also have everybody from the private sector being here and the digital key participants. So today especially, I want to talk to you because you have all the resources now to build anything you want. You have our participation as contact points. Please contact us with every question you might have, because the information is the volume that you cannot really comprehend it from the first time. And we have a contact for everything. If you want to make a gig as a student, you have public funds, EIT supporting you with everything. You have the local authorities that you can see at every event. Everybody's connected to this. And our message as contact points, let's sit down and talk, because things are actually happening and we are shame to miss out on them. This was my simple independent point.
So thank you, Alex, Juan, Razvan, Professor Rector, for coming to this panel session. This part is now ended. We'll go to another field now. This is what we call the Higher Education Initiative, HEI project. This is something that started last year. The first with universities started working together various projects. And we have representatives who are speaking about their own projects. It's the Change project, and it will be led by Simona. actually was helping us a lot to make this event happen. So she's not only speaking with the two, but and by the way, I know that where I see it on the screen that we have some other colleagues joining within change projects. This is something
Thank you very much, Christian, for the introduction. Yes, I'm more than now honored and also happy to host this event. I was talking with my colleagues from EIT Digital, and we are very proud to have actually the only one Innoveit event that happens in a university around Europe. There are plenty that has been a lot of such events around Europe. This is in a university, and I think that together with my other colleague from Technical University, which will follow, we want actually to make a very strong statement. Innovation is happening in universities around today. And what we want to talk to me and then Rizwan, it's about how EIT Digital and High Initiative help us to build the structure to take things forward. So I will be talking about our project, Change. University of Budapest is the coordinator. UBB is a member, and I am the project manager here at UBB. And we also have other universities from UK, Slovakia, Bulgaria, and we had two very important partners into the project, Startup Accelerator, which is Startup Wise Guys, and from this spring we also have Cluj Capital, which is a venture capital fund from Croatia. So this is the map of us spreading. Unfortunately, Cluj is not on our map yet. We will correct that in the near future. So you can imagine that the project has a lot of things. There are a lot of work packages, and I'm not going to make a project presentation. What I want to make is to give you a hint of which are the most significant changes that Change. Wordplay. We actually look at a university as an ecosystem. There are different actors, and there are different activities. You remember also our rector mentioning that there is education, there is research, and there is community building. And in our case, the community is built around entrepreneurship. So I will insist only on two aspects. The first one, education. What happened? So we started in the first phase by learning. With the help of our partners, we learned how to have a course in entrepreneurship to address all the needs. You understand that our faculty, our university is very diverse. So how can we have a message, a fundamental about entrepreneurship spread to all our students? And then we took the challenge of implementing our new course. And this was actually not a very difficult task because we look around university. And we found out that there are a lot of actors in the local community who are more than happy to join our efforts. We actually invited people from different domains to come and have our courses. From this semester, we said, okay, what's going to do more? And then we will have an activity of train-the-trainers where together with my colleague Athena, we are going to try to spread the entrepreneurial spirit, the entrepreneurial mindset to different academic staff within other faculties, right? So not only the students, but actually us as educators need to change our mindset. So if you look at the project, not just verify with respect to the specification, try to ask the students, do you see any kind of potential of moving this into a product, especially, for example, for computer science? This is very important. Then about research. case of research, I think that our idea was, the idea from the project were very good. And it sounds like in Star Wars, or it's going to be successful. We have a management force, task management force, in which we have innovation scouts, which are young PhD students or young researchers, postdoc, who are going to scout in their area of interest. So if this scout is from biology, it's going to talk with research groups from biology and ask them, which are your projects? Tell me about them. Where did you get with them? And then they, because they are trained and mentored, they will try to find the business potential, business idea, the value proposition of this project. And then we will have a working force in trying to for example, access innovation factory and other projects that might contribute to growing that idea into a business. It also had an impact in UBB. I'm not going to give you numbers. We train, I think, over 500 students already. We train also and mentor academic staff, non-academic staff. There are very important activities, for example, for the accelerator programs of shadowing, of knowing how to grow a business. But I think that one of the main achievements within InnoChange is our innovation hub. So since spring, the Department of Computer Science has an innovation hub in which we can actually attract students, take them with the idea further, give them advice, mentoring from different very good specialists in the domain. So let's call it a kind of pre-incubation program that we are offering them starting from this one. And also we had a lot of events with the local community, which we, the thing that actually impressed me more was that the community is hungry for entrepreneurship and innovation. Everyone was expecting something like this to happen with a university. So this is what we want. This is the word that we want to spread, that everyone should trust universities in Romania, that they have the capacity, they have the resource, they have brilliant students' mind that can make a difference. And we are just looking forward to and accepting our partners. So just send out a sign that we will be interested in partnering with us. So innovation happens in different universities in Romania. This is our example in UBB, and I will see another example from another university. Thank you very much. I want to say that the picture in the back is not scrapped, it's an original one. It happened a few weeks before in Cluj. There was Cluj Days, and it says everything. A lot of things in the printing. It was a drone show, my first ever drone show. Thank you very much.
Actually, a special day. Special day, I think.
So it was Cluj Day, the days of the city, which happens every year.
Actually, thank you, Simona. And it was great actually to see some of our universities also the project and how it comes. That's why actually
Yes,
okay.
that's correct.
From the capital city, from the University of Bucharest, will be speaking on behalf of another HDI project that is on which actually also another offline profession. Nice.
Yeah.
Yours, Razvan. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so thank you all, and thank you for it's nice to be here. Good. You know what we are saying in Bucharest, that this is another country. So it's always nice to go out of country. Yes, I'm going to present you. So my name is Răzvan Crăciunescu. I'm an associate professor at University Polytechnic of Bucharest. My field is telecom, 5G. And I'm part of this project, or Polytechnica asked me to be part of this project because in the past I worked for startups. Also, I worked for Innoveit because Innoveit was mentioned here in the beginnings. I had my own startup that I sold, so I'm very much involved also in innovation labs and in other initiatives around entrepreneurship around University Polytechnica of Bucharest. So I'm going to present you ELISA Unfolds and what we are trying to do in ELISA Unfolds. Okay, here we have a lot of text, but we did some bold text here and there. So the vision, as you see, it's for the higher education institution to be key players in this innovation ecosystem. All this for students, but also one of the things that we are trying to do nowadays in Polytechnica is this venture building of spin-offs, finding in our research, because we have 15 faculties and a lot of research money that were poured in University Polytechnica of Bucharest, to find that research that we can spin it out to the market. So we have this twofold mission. One is for our students, but also for our faculty to move forward and to find how can they promote their research and how can we spin it out to business. So ELISA Unfolds is part of ELISA Innoveit. So it's the entrepreneurial arm of ELISA Innoveit. That is also a project with all our partners. The leader of ELISA is University Polytechnica of Madrid. Also, we have Technical University of Budapest and Technical and Economic University of Budapest. Also, we have Italy, France represented, and also we have also University of Istanbul, that is an associate partner of the project. Okay, so the project had two phases. In the first phase, we tried to map everything. Of course, if you are going to have a startup, you are starting with this, analyzing the market. So mapping every partner, what we are doing, what are some KPIs that every partner has in its own university, what are some best practices, and everything culminated with some pilot courses, a joint repository of material, and quizzes, and everything was positively evaluated, and we are now in the second phase. Of course, building up on this, how you can do things better. So in order to move up quickly, we used an agile management mindset. So this is some of the things that we implemented and we are going to implement in the following months. So I saw that the trainers in the project of Professor Modona was in November, so ours also will be in November. So we are going to have a trainers for faculty. For faculty, then we are going to have this change makers practical course, a mentorship course if you want to become a mentor for startups. We are going to have demo days, so it's going to be like a virtual, let's say, program for all the universities that are going to submit startups in these programs. And then we are going to have a demo day in December. We have this tech transfer program at University Polytechnica of Bucharest that I'm going to talk about in the next slide. We have a lot of programs that we are trying to map for as a part of the consortium, so everybody should be present, but also we can have some programs that so we were helped by our partners to do some programs. So at Polytechnica, I just mentioned 3 points, and I will start with the first one. So we launched this Invest UPB proof of concept with the help of with the faculties from the consortium. So what we are trying to do from Polytechnica money, we are giving 10,000 euros to researchers to not for research. So this is a must. They don't have to do research. This money is not for salaries. So they don't have to spend it on salaries because salaries are so tax intensive, but they have to go to the market. They can take a consultant, they can do whatever they want to with this money except of paying salaries, and go to the market and search on the market if their product is suitable for the market. So they can do market analysis, they can pay a consultant to do business plan for them. They can pay somebody to do, I don't know, structure interviews. They can pay a patent lawyer to see if they can patent the product or if they already breached the patent and so on. So we launched this program. We are going to have 9 such grants for everybody that is a researcher in Polytechnica with the whole, and we have some eligibility criteria, like the research has to be from Polytechnica, from somebody from Polytechnica, so not outside research. But this is a program that we promoted in all the 15 faculties in order to get the research that is on the shelf or under the shelves and to see how many people are going to be interested to spin out this research to the market. So this is a project that we tried or originated also from ELISA Unfolds and from the talks that we had in Budapest with, because we had a workshop in Budapest, and also on this project, people from University Polytechnic of Madrid and from all the universities will be the ones that are going to the reviewers in order to choose the nine grants. So I think this is one of the most important things that get out from my point of view from this ELISA project. That of course we are also trying to educate professors because you know, Răzvan, if there are no money for salary, what I'm doing here. If I'm not doing research, only a research project is going to get me associate professor, full professor, and so on. So we also have this internal debate with our professors or assistant professor or associate professor to apply, even though they are not going to promote, to be promoted using this kind of money from this project. Then we are going to do an international hackathon in Polytechnica Bucharest, 11 13 of November. It's an international because we already have requested from University Polytechnic of Madrid. They are going to bring students to Bucharest, from Istanbul, from Italy, from Paris, alongside with our students. So it's going to be a startup weekend like hackathon. If you know startup weekends, it's starting on Friday. You stay there for 3 days, eating, sleeping, eating, sleeping, and on Sunday you are going to pitch in front of a jury. And of course, in the train of trainers, we are delivering the training on support services for student engagement, entrepreneurship, and innovation. I'm going to do that, and I don't have any idea how. But yes, we are going. So these are 3 main points from ELISA. So what brought to University Polytechnic of Bucharest, let's say, on terms of knowledge transfer and know-how. And I think that's it. If you have any questions, I don't know if it's time, but that's my email, rozvan.crăcescu@ubb.ro. I'm on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on every social platform. So just look for my name and see this face, and you can hit follow or whatever. Thank you.
As for questions,
Yes, I'm going to stay.
Right now we're going to travel a bit virtually, and you have a colleague joining Brussels. Correct? 1 hour ahead of our team members. Here's 1 hour. If she's not in front of the windmills, I suppose. leadership background. As you know, all the well that Institute of Nice focusing on energy and Europe. And how much I talk about that one on. Anyway, I will give you the floor. I think you can see and hear us, right?
Yes, good morning. Can you hear me well?
Yes, we can. We also see your slide. You can put the slide.
Okay, thank you.
There you go.
Okay, so thank you very much for having me at this event, for the invitation. I hope you all can hear me very well. I'm very honored to be here to represent EIT InnoEnergy. And I will start my presentation by introducing EIT InnoEnergy. What are we doing today in Romania, and also what is our track record in Europe and around the globe so far. And I will finish by inviting all of you to contact us and to accelerate the activities that we are having in Romania, because we truly believe on the huge potential that the Romanian ecosystem has. But let's start with the beginning. And the beginning for EIT InnoEnergy was 12 years ago, when together with other two knowledge innovation communities, the KICs, we have been set up. We are therefore what we call a first wave KIC, and we have been established to bring to life what we call the knowledge triangle integration. That is to put together the actors from the universities, from the research, and from the industry, and to create a virtuous circle and what has become today a triple helix to boost innovation. Our focus as a knowledge innovation community is energy, as the name is saying. And our objectives have been very clear from day one. The forefront is to ensure the security and safety of the energy supply and the network. The other one was around reducing the cost in the energy value chain, and also to reduce the CO2 emission. We have been established as a company, and we have strived from the beginning to contribute to improve the European competitiveness and to remove the barriers to innovation, whilst we are encouraging the sustainable growth of Europe and creating jobs, whilst in the same time, we as EU supported instrument, we are striving to become financially sustainable as a company, as an experiment. So we are, as you can see here on the map, established formally in 6 member states: Poland, Germany, the Netherlands, France, and Spain. We are also having office in United States, in Boston, but we are operating across 27, so basically almost all European member states, and also in the Balkans and Turkey. In terms of our activity, the first and foremost is the education, the human capital. And today I'm going to spend a couple of minutes on our flagship initiative, which I'm leading myself, and that is the EBA Academy. A second equally important activity that we are having is the incubation. Next to investing in companies, we are delivering what we are calling value-added services, like technology development, value chain development, IP protection, human capital. And for this, we take an equity stake back. we are the largest incubator in the world in the field of energy. And you will see in the next slides the statistics. The third pillar of our activity is innovation, where we bring together consortia that want to develop products. And for a period of 3 to 5 years, we support them in their journey to innovation. To date, we have invested in over 150 such products with ticket size between €500,000 and 10 million euros. And the results of such projects are unicorns. And just let me mention one of them, Northprot from Sweden, which had started in 2016 as an innovation project in the energy ecosystem. And lastly, as we have learned to bind the human capital, the incubation and the innovation aspects together, we have created industrial value chain. So we are proud to mention 3 of them, which are currently in different stages of maturity and orchestration, and in which we have been mandated by the European Commission to lead or to facilitate. And these are the European Battery Alliance with a focus in batteries, European Green Hydrogen Acceleration Center, and the European Solar Initiative. Now, I would like to go back to the achievements that Innoenergy has under its belt. So in the 10 years of sustainable energy innovation, several prestigious organizations such as PitchBook, PwC, CB Insights have nominated EIT Innoenergy as the most active energy investor, the top investor in energy tech, the largest climate investor by number of deals, and the VC energy investors in 3 consecutive years between 2018 and 2020. So that speaks, I hope, to the startups in the room or those which are watching this broadcast to approach us, to come and join us, and to benefit from our experience and from our ecosystem. And talking about ecosystem and portfolio, Innoenergy has the world's biggest portfolio in the sustainable energy field. We can demonstrate that we have supported 480 sustainable energy innovation. In 200 companies, EIT Innoenergy has an equity stake. And we are active, as I said, in 23 member states. That was a month ago. As I said, now we are in 27. And as you can see here, we are having quite broad coverage of the energy sector, as 42 of these ventures and supported companies and innovation are in the electricity grid and heat generation, 19 in grid and infrastructure, 20, and quite a significant number in energy consumption and end user. Actually, I do invite all of you to go on our website, innoenergy.com, and you can see all the details of these ventures. And because why it is important and why have we thrived so much in this space is because the most important asset that Innoenergy has is its trusted ecosystem, its network and its connections. And that these connections have facilitated us in achieving these results. So as I said, across Europe, we are having 6 offices, but we have representation and partners all over Europe, including in Romania. We are counting over 500 partners, and we are having 29 shareholders as of this year, and we would like to expand and grow this ecosystem. And as I mentioned at the beginning, and I'm reiterating this message, Romania is a fertile soil. It's a fertile country, and it is such a huge potential and such a good connection with the partners and the momentum that EIT InnoEnergy has built in Europe, and not only. And this momentum fits especially well with the value chains in Europe. As you probably are experiencing in your daily life, we are all living through a critical moment in our history, and that is a transition from what we call a brown economy to a green economy, a transition in our industrial footprints, and the energy value chains have been identified as critical instruments of spearheading this transition from green economy to from brown economy to green economy. And InnoEnergy has been, from 2017, a critical player in 3 of these value chains. First was the European Battery Alliance, which was being created in 2017 and mandated by Vice President Šefčovič, Vice President of the European Commission, to address the industrial challenge of the electrification of mobility and energy industry. We have brought together more than 500 industrial and innovation players across the entire value chain of the battery, from mining to recycling. And the main objective is really to create a market which has a potential of 250 billion euros that will deliver a strong and competitive European battery industry. We are happy also to stress that this has been one of the key platform which we have teamed up with Romanian stakeholders, and where we see a huge potential that Romania can develop on. The second value chain is the European Green Hydrogen Acceleration Center, which has been set up with the Breakthrough Foundation, which is an initiative supported by the Bill Gates Foundation. This center has the goal and the mission to promote and co-create industrial projects across different value chain that are using the hydrogen as the main decarbonization factor. We are looking at projects which are facilitating the acceleration of technology development, the stimulation of market growth, societal acceptance, and also addressing the skill gaps. And recently, just 2 weeks ago, the European Commission.
Sorry, we just need to wrap up shortly. Could you wrap it up in like 1 minute or so? Otherwise, we're running out of time.
Sorry?
Could you just wrap it up in like 1 minute, your last slides, because we're running out of time?
Yes, yes.
Next.
I will mention the European Solar Photovoltaic Industry Alliance, which has been set up 2 weeks ago, and officially communicating 2 weeks ago, with very clear objectives, and that is to scale the solar PV industry in Europe to reach a 20 gigawatts annual production capacity, and to create over 400,000 direct and indirect jobs. And as I've been asked to wrap up in 1 minute, I just want to stress and to bring to your attention the activities that we have had in Romania so far, and on which I want to invite you to connect with us to explore further. So in June this year, 2022, we have signed an MOU with the Romanian government, especially with the Ministry of Economy and Ministry of Education. And the target of this memorandum of understanding was to upskill and reskill over 20,000 people in Romania, so that Romania is prepared and has a competitive advantage in the trained skilled force to join the battery industry. The focus is on the counties Dolj, Gorj, Mureș, Hunedoara, Prahova, and Galați as the Just Transition Fund. But this collaboration, it is not only limited to skills. We are also very much supporting companies and ventures that are active in the battery value chain, such as Prime, which has joined our ecosystem, but also industrial companies which are spearheading projects in these areas. So with this positive message, I want to thank you for having me, and I hope you have been inspired by our messages. And I look forward to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you, and please stay with us. It's a really well-known figure in this field. There's no event without him.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
Everybody's asking how much you have so much energy. So please enlighten us. And
there are always chemical explanations about that. Okay, I'm a doctor, so let's say I didn't know actually that I would match the shirt would match the screen. I don't know if this is helping or not. I have 5 minutes, actually 7.5, but I will stick it to 5. I have a clicker there. A little bit different as an approach. I'm Ion Petrovai. I'm speaking here on behalf of EIT Health in Romania in the last 5 years. And this is the story of our recent 5 years. And anybody that wanted to innovate in healthcare, this is what he's passing through. However, good news is there is help. There is help that started 10 years ago from Union. First of all, understanding what is ahead of the innovator. And that's a complex field. And we are a small player, fresh blood, but together with academia, and if we join forces, we can grow. And guess what? This is what we did 5 years ago, because the vision, we are an NGO called Fresh Blood. That's the brand. We have another legal name. But we think that the change and the evolution in healthcare comes through people, projects, and partnerships. And there have been people, there have been projects, and there are now partnerships that help us moving forward. We are part of the EIT Health Network. This is the European level network. We are the eastmost point. Okay, a little bit, maybe Athens is a little bit further, but we are very much connected, and we are constantly reaching out to people that care. And one of the most important partners has been at the Babeș-Bolyai University, Department of Public Health. That was one of the first institution and university component that understood the value that we bring to the table. And then we expanded to other partners which are mentioned here on the slides. And we are constantly looking out for people that believe that things can be improved. These are the 6 pillars of EIT Health, how EIT Health is aiming to improve healthcare for all of us. Basically, each of us is either a patient or a relative of a patient or a future patient, because that's the curse of the life. And there is a chance to maybe improve the outlook on that. Less suffering, better outcome, even easier interaction with the healthcare system. There is the pillars, as we mentioned in the others. You have support for accelerators, support for startups. We have the campus, which is support for innovation, and we have support for innovation projects most of them would be coming from university, and I have a couple of examples further on. And whatever we did, probably we did well because we were recognized as one of the best hubs. We are one of the hubs, 13 hubs in Eastern and Southern Europe. And in 2020, there are some numbers that I will present further on that defend our position. We were awarded the Innovation Community Leadership Award, and we got presence and I would say appreciation at national and international level. And we never stopped doing what we did. People, projects, partnerships. How do you get to the people? You go to them or you invite them to come to you. And we organize hackathons. And this is, incidentally or not, Innovation Days, where I have the banner here, which is happening at the end of this week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because of course innovators never have a weekend off, and it's focused on neuro innovation. It's happening online, so there is still room to get invited. This happened also during the pandemic time, but now we are expanding this in order to have international hackathon. We have also teams coming from Moldova and from Bucharest. We are also focusing on teaching people to deal with healthcare, but also with an AI perspective. And I know we had a number of people from Babeș-Bolyai University that attended this course, Hello AI Online, which is one of the pillars of education. It's running year on year, you can get details. And from time to time, there is a line that we are using, and 2020 was this year. I do believe that Romania is not longer the place where you can copy-paste things from outside. It's the place where we have innovation growing and being visible. And this was one of the years, 2020, where Romania, among the local risk innovation call, not only got a high number of applications, but got the highest ranking. Usually when you say innovation, Romania is the last. No, there is, if there is vision, if there is collaboration, and if there is reality connection, you can be the first. And you have also, can also have startups visible in this field. And just an example, Adina is here, I'm sorry for that, but it's a way to show that innovation can grow from Cluj. And I do believe that this is just the beginning. Since the founding, we got funded at the same time, but there is a university collaboration, which I wanted to point out. And there is InnoStars Awards, where my Tuli got the first place in 2021. Well, results and also money talks. And this is just the beginning because the market is already seeing this, looking forward to see the first products available. And I know some people that are looking forward to use them. Another example, maybe some of you know it better, it's Document, one of the, let's say, visible examples of Romanian innovation. But before getting 9 million euro funding from EIC, the year before, in 2020, Lumen was one of the finalists, and they got 50K from EIT Health. So maybe EIT Health can provide opportunities to the ones that actually can grow faster. And these are the projects. And now, then we move to partnerships, because we are startuppers in this field. And we thought, what do startups need? And everybody's talking about money, everybody's talking about access to collaborations. We think the first thing that they need is reality connection and reality check. What is the reality looking like? And we built a consortium because EIT Health had this call together with Center for Health Innovation at Babeș-Bolyai, together with Activize, which is another play in the ecosystem. And we took the Romania Health Tech startup map that we are building every year, and this is already obsolete, will be updated in 3 months from now. And we built, focusing on the helping startups understand where they stand, we built a platform where startups can connect to people from the healthcare field, but with the right people, not the people that will tell you this cannot be done, but to the people that can tell you this would be working better if we can collaborate. And we have this program for healthcare startup founders and for healthcare mentors. This is ongoing. We are having bi-weekly meetings and one-to-one mentorships with healthcare founders. And this is helping not only these people, the founders and the healthcare professionals, but also helping the investors to have reality-checked investments that they can make, and they can have healthcare organizations to actually see what can be done in the healthcare ecosystem better. Our vision has been dream big, dream bigger. As I said, innovation not only comes to Romania, but also should and now can come out of Romania. You need to find the those that think the same but no different, and at the end you have to do. And if you care about healthcare innovation, you know where to find us. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Indeed, you have special time, so that's appreciated.
Thank you.
So in the first plenary part, you heard about the IT for Romania. Now we'd like to focus on the cybersecurity part. This month, if I am correct, the European Commission has a month of think briefly to raise awareness on cybersecurity. So again, this month is going to be focusing on cybersecurity together with Dan, founder and the chief product officer of SiteScale. So please come to the stage and have your notes.
Hello, my name is Manuel, and I'm really happy to have here in this room because this is where it all started professionally for me. I graduated from computer science in 2006. I have some of my teachers here. I worked as a software developer in different domains, but I ended up in cybersecurity by chance. And what I found is a fascinating domain that is full of challenges, but also full of opportunities to learn and to grow. And 3 years ago, I co-founded SiteScale here in Cluj. It's a cybersecurity startup. We are alumni of Innoveit. We are 18 colleagues today, and we are developing a product for cloud security and compliance. So we have companies that use the cloud, we help them avoid data breaches and so protect their reputation and their customers' data, which many times is our. And at SiteScale, we've been riding the cloud. So it's been one of the main developments in the past few years. There are more and more companies that are choosing to use cloud services. And as an industry, cybersecurity has had to adapt because it's different to protect applications running in the cloud. It's a different story than protecting data. And we took us some time to learn how to protect, and we're still learning. But this has given cyber criminals an opportunity for new types of attacks. And as a result, a lot of companies, big companies, got a lot of fines, billions of dollars, or even worse, millions of user records ended up being exposed on the internet or on the dark web. So I could talk more and more about cloud security, but actually I want to paint a little bit the landscape of cybersecurity and cyber threat in 2022. And also to save some time, I'm not going to talk about all of the things there. Let's talk about two stories, a dark one and a brighter one. The dark one is about ransomware. 2 years ago in Germany, there was a hospital who was a victim of ransomware. This is when your files get encrypted by an attacker, and then they are unusable, and the attacker asks for money in return. And what happened in Germany is that they had to turn down patients who were coming with the emergency care, and they had to reschedule surgeries, so patients' lives were affected by this. And now to move to the brighter story, we like to talk about innovation in sectors such as automotive, right? A self-driving car, we are almost there. But we do have the connected car. So our cars now have software that connects it to the internet. And that's great. We love this kind of innovation, but think about it, it's also an opportunity for criminals to exploit this new type of technology. I tricked you there because I said it's a bright story, but it can also have a dark end because attackers can data that they can harm drivers or passengers. And it's not just cars, right? More and more of our devices are now connected to the internet. We have the smart medical devices, smart factories, smart homes. Today, my thermostat is at home, is connected to the internet. And I was thinking a few days ago that I hope no one hacks into my thermostat because I will go bankrupt this winter. Yeah, so all these things there's the threat that was mentioned before going on in Ukraine. Russia is also a cyber war against Ukraine, attacking their digital infrastructures. There are many other things, even more than I put there. But what I'm trying to say is that I think we cannot think of cybersecurity as a problem that businesses have and companies have. I think it's a problem that our whole society now has, because we believe that the way we live our lives has become more and more digitized. And I like to think that we can be part of the solution, because one of the challenges is that there's a shortage of skilled cybersecurity professionals, and we need them if we're going to combat these more frequent and more sophisticated types of cyber threats. And EIT is doing something amazing, what we've heard here today, and also the new Masters for Cybersecurity is a great opportunity for us to come together, business students, researchers, and be part of the solution. And about these Masters, I think it's amazing, and for students, I encourage you to check it out, and if you feel that you can resonate with this mission of protecting our digital world and our data to enroll. At SciSkill, we're looking forward to having some of you as our interns or to work with our friends. And the last point I want to make, as we mentioned before, two universities in Cluj, they have made Cluj-Napoca a very attractive technology hub, and we reap the benefits of this. And I think that with EIT Digital and with such initiatives as the Cybersecurity Master or SciSkill is doing, and there are other companies in this field, I think we can do the same for cybersecurity. We can make Cluj-Napoca a great cybersecurity hub. And it was not mentioned today, but maybe some of you know, in Bucharest now there's the European Cybersecurity Competence Center. It's the first EU organization that's hosted on our country's territory. And their purpose is to fund and to coordinate research in cybersecurity. I think these two are amazing, and they present an opportunity for our country to step up and play a role in tackling the cyber problem at the European level. And it's a contribution that we can make. It's one that we can be proud of, and I honestly believe that we're more than proud. Thank you.
Especially for one of the live slides of putting Romania map on it. So now I would like to ask Ankan Reka, if I can give management some computer science here at Babeș-Bolyai University, to host a roundtable talk, which is going to be a virtual table on one half and doing the physical table on the other half. So you have Ankan joining us here live. You have other guests joining online. I hope you can hear us. Yes, it's already Professor Victoria Bilani joining us in cybersecurity of EIT Digital Masters Program. And Georgia Suchu Jr. from Babeș in Southern Romania. So they will be joining online. And we mentioned so many things about innovation and working together. One is adaptation. We have to know that previously it was Christian Severea hosting this roundtable. QBB and herself was, just flexible enough to jump in for. I'd like to give you the floor, and I guess you can just put on the unmute button, Victoria and Georgia. You're not losing time with that. Okay, Conrad, where's yours?
My name is Anna. I'm the Dean of the Faculty of Mathematics and Computer Science, and we are extremely honored that we have the opportunity to host such a event today. And for the next 25 minutes, I will be the moderator of the panel session on cybersecurity. Indeed, some of the biggest challenges that all the companies worldwide face are the cybersecurity threats. And these threats are continuously growing as our world becomes more and more tech-driven every day. And not only that the companies have to face this threat, they also have to comply with increasingly complex set of data protection rules and regulations. And having to face all these challenges, the companies need access to a digitally equipped pool of talent. And this is where EIT Digital comes into play. With a master school on cybersecurity, whose goal is to increase the level of security for the digital world that we live in today. And this is the context where I'm honored, I'm pleased to welcome Victoria Villani, who is the lead of the EIT Digital Master School on Cybersecurity. She's also assistant professor at the Babeș-Bolyai University in Budapest. She has a master's degree in mathematics from Florida Atlantic University and a PhD in mathematics and cryptography obtained at the same university. Welcome, Victoria. It's great to have you here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And I would like to welcome Babeș-Bolyai University to the Cybersecurity Master School. Some people work really hard in the summer to make it happen. I would like to say thank you to Simona Montagna and Darius Buchner, who was working really hard on the new curriculum and working hard on the business model. So we are really happy and we would like to welcome Babeș-Bolyai. I think we are creating values together.
I also welcome George Sijo. He has an MBA in Informatics, Project Management, and IPR from the Academy of Economic Studies in Bucharest, PhD at Aalborg University, Denmark, and he is currently R&D and Innovation Manager and co-owner of BEA Consult International, a research-performing enterprise in Romania, and also beneficiary of EIT support in their development. Welcome, Georgia.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It is my honor to participate, and I'm happy also to see so many familiar faces, and it feels like a community. So looking forward to discuss the cybersecurity and also physical security, why not, topics.
Thank you, Georgia. And we also have Anda Pumpan with us here today. She's currently Senior Product Designer at CapBase. She graduated at Babeș-Bolyai University, Computer Science, and she obtained her master's degree at Aalto University, Finland, and Polytechnic University of Madrid in the framework of an EIT Master School on the topic of human-computer interaction. Thank you very much for the invitation. It's good to have you here. Thank you. Okay, so I will start with the first question for Victoria. Considering that one of the priorities described in the EU cybersecurity strategy for the digital decade is the topic of cyber-skilled EU workforce, how does EIT Digital address this need? Your microphone, please.
We try to build a huge ecosystem involving many education centers, universities, research centers, and companies. We try to find the talent in Europe, and we try to educate them to get a solid knowledge in technological background, so have a solid knowledge in technical background, and also have some soft skills and have some experiments with entrepreneurship and innovation and make them to grow with us starting the program.
Thank you. Georgia, I will go to you next, and I would like to ask you, considering that BEA is one of the leading providers of telecommunication solutions in Romania, what was the role of EIT in your success?
Yeah, I prepared also some slides. If you want, I can show you the evolution of BEA. Basically, when we had the crisis in 2008, and now again in the pandemics, we were thinking what we can do because telecommunication field is consolidating. So you've seen also the telecom operators in Romania are merging. Changing technologies very fast. So now 5G is rolling out, and we already have projects in 6G. So innovation was one of the obvious choices. So we invested in our research and development department, in building test beds, and accessing also Horizon Europe program. So currently we run several projects in critical infrastructure protection, such as energy or transport. And we have also some projects related to trafficking of cultural goods or protecting the border. So yeah, if you are interested, I invite you also to have a look at our site. And I think yeah, the main challenge was to innovate in the telecom field, and we were successful also together with working together with universities as the University Polytechnic of Bucharest and other universities in Romania and also in Europe.
And as far as I know, you had the support of EIT, right?
Yes, we are part of the Innovation Factory, and we developed a robot, a humanoid robot called Miha. So this robot can be used in different cases where humans maybe are not available, or it is too dangerous for them. You have seen maybe also now Tesla has launched a humanoid robot, also Xiaomi, so Chinese are launching such robots. So it would appear that it is the right time, but we shall see if the market is ready also in Romania or in Eastern Europe.
Thank you, Georgia. And Anna, as a former student of an EIT Master School, how would you describe the experience?
Oh, I would say it was great. It was truly like a life-changing experience. One of the things that, so I studied human interaction and design is not necessarily science, but I got to work with this field as well. And one of the things that it's the greatest things about EIT that it offers you kind of like a network of people. So even when I was working in the cybersecurity field, I got to work with a lot of my ex-colleagues, right, EIT colleagues, which was amazing. And this is one of the greatest things about EIT is that this network, besides all of the hard skill and the soft skills that you gain during your studies. Okay, thank you.
The audience also can prepare questions for our panelists, so please feel free to ask them if you want. And I will go back to Victoria. The EIT Digital Master School combines a technical major in computer science with a minor in innovation and entrepreneurship. How is this interdisciplinarity achieved?
How is that interdisciplinary field achieved, like innovation and entrepreneurship? We have separate courses for this field. So we have 30 ECTs credit the students have to collect during their study in I&D field, so innovation and entrepreneurship. Usually these courses are shared between different majors, so it doesn't matter which major the students are learning, they take in very similar I&D courses. So it's a bit further from the topic of cybersecurity. It's like a general course for everybody about I&D.
Okay, and talking about innovation.
Yes.
is innovation? I will go to Andra for 1 minute. Andra, is innovation something that can be done?
Yes. Also, as a practitioner of the design thinking methodology, I really believe that with the right tools and with the right mindset, you can learn how to innovate, right? That pretty much is just like a process where you kind of have to understand what is the problem, observe how other people are facing the same problem as you, and then kind of like define this problem, iterate on the possible solutions, and come up with the final product. So I definitely believe that that can be.
Okay. And Victoria, maybe you want to add something to this?
No, she was fully right. So it can be some way to learn, but we need the right person who will be able to learn it and the right mindset, and they will need a new way of focus. Because what you learn usually at university, you focus things in the technical background, and here they have to learn something extra, and they need skills to learn that one. We try to, of course, have subject which happen from them, but they also need that kind of orientation, that kind of interest. They want to go in the innovation direction. So it's not for everybody, it's for the people who are interested in innovation and interested into the taking the ideas into the market like a product or a service. So that would be really important to make something. Like we have a very good ideas in Europe. We have a very a high number of patents in Europe, but we don't have so many products, so many services. So somehow we have to overarch that gap and educate people to be able to see what is needed and when and how to make progress in innovation and to make a future is better. And
I would like to add something here, the fact that, when it matters to see actually like startup founders in presenting to you or meeting them, or this is something also that EIT does very well, because sometimes maybe it seems very far away when you think, everything gets done in Silicon Valley or in California or where things start, but it's kind of encouraging to meet these people and to see that, startups can start from here as well and from Europe, and that you can also do it.
Great. Georgia, what's your experience on this?
Yeah, we organize every year innovation contests in our company. It's not easy, as Victoria mentioned. Maybe 1%, so statistically, or 2% of people are made for this thing. But yeah, it is. Let's say good that the universities are focusing on these topics to foster the innovation and also entrepreneurship and going to the market. We also had a project called Accelerate some years ago that was about how to get very fast from the idea to the product and to the market, and then to scale up. We even wrote a Bible, so like Genesis, Exodus, Apocalypse chapters for ideas in especially in ICT and new media. So if you are interested, I think it's still out there. We have it also in the Romanian language, so you can have a look.
Okay, thank you, Georgia. And yes,
Can I have a question?
Please.
I would like to have the same question for our both invited speakers. Because two important pillars of EIT Digital, one is education and the other is business. I will challenge you if you can give us an example of a partnership, of a collaboration between university or education. I will prefer, for example, for Vicky to mention inside the master's school in cybersecurity, an example of collaboration, good collaboration with a business or a company. And for Georgia, maybe if you have any such initiative of collaborating with the university. Thank you very much.
Yes. As I mentioned, we work closely with universities. I'm also a part-time professor at the Polytechnica University, and it's let's say a collaboration on different levels. So starting with internship programs, doing these courses together with the university, then also working in PhD or postdoc programs in different projects. So yeah, there are many ways that we try to collaborate. I think the most important thing is for the students to do their bachelor or their master or their PhD in the framework of a real project, so they can see also how the solutions are going to the market and how they can be scaled up.
We try to build connections between the university education and between the companies. Usually we invite people from the company to give tasks, to give some exercise for the student. They could work on that exercise because some students really have an idea what they want to do, but other students, most of the students, they doesn't know what kind of topic they are interested in. They need some guidance. They need something like an example, an exercise they can work on. So this is very important in the first year. And in the first semester and the second year, and in the second semester of the second year, the exit year, the students are going to the companies for an internship. So they're spending several weeks working together together with the companies, writing their masters. So we really try to build connections since the beginning. Like they invite people that in the first week that they have the orientation week to meet with our students and talk to them. And after later, they can decide which internship they are interested and go for an internship in the second semester with the company. So I think it's important since the beginning to have some kind of connection between education and the industry.
Thank you. Do we have other questions from the audience, please?
Yes, I am Paula Comodescu from Cluj IT Cluster, and we are also very much pushing forward innovation as a means to strengthen the ecosystem and the collaborations. And I'm wondering what is the AIT experience and what actions do you take to make innovation a wider, let's say, being perceived as something that we can do each of us, like in our organizations, in our businesses, because we see in the market that still companies feel that innovation is something that happens somewhere else. So can you give us some of your experience that we could take home and use it ourselves? Thank you.
Nina, would you like to start with the answer?
So you mentioned Victoria should start?
You can start as well, of course.
Oh, sorry. I thought the graduate student will start. She has some experiments, but I don't know. But George, you can start.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah. I think it's important to have this quadruple helix, as it was mentioned. So to have the SMEs, the universities, the research institutes, but to have also NGOs like digital innovation hubs are also now pushing innovation towards the market. There are the so-called European digital innovation hubs, which are also now starting in Romania and throughout Europe. And then the last pillar of this quadruple helix is the government. So to have programs and financing that encourages innovation from a young age, maybe already from kindergarten or high school. So yeah, that's let's say in short.
In EIT Master School, we are offering also summer school. The summer school about I and innovation and entrepreneurship. There will be use case from the company, and the group of students will start to work on that problem. And the students have different background, so they can have a group of students from cybersecurity, autonomous system, and so on, many different fields, and they try to create a solution for the problem together. Some business model also, how they put the product into the market. We try to find all the connection that is possible between education and the company, like invited lecturer during the semester of different courses coming from different companies.
So I would say that this is also like, these were some external factors, but there are also some internal factors right inside the company. And some of the things, it's like the attitude that people have and the fact that everyone should have like a voice to say what they think, how, like what other solution they would come up with. There are a lot of exercises that could be done as well, right, in the context of the company. And there are pretty much like design exercises, but they also really help a lot. And that feel that everyone, you know, is involved in the product and in building something. And I think that this is how you can have innovation inside the organization that you're working in.
Thank you. And going back to cybersecurity, how do you see education in cybersecurity in Romania today? Georgia, maybe you want to start?
There are many industrial certifications out there, and I've seen also some programs by universities where the student graduates, he gets his master, but he also gets the industry certification. These are of course more expensive, so typically such industry certifications cost maybe 10,000 euro. And if they are done through the university, they are maybe lower, so they are around some thousands of euros. So that's one opportunity. Yeah.
And Victoria, do you have an overview of the education on cybersecurity in Romania?
I only have very limited information, only the curriculum from Babeș-Bolyai University, and it looks really strong, and it makes our program even stronger about software security. But I don't have a review about the Romanian cybersecurity education. I only have one student who came from Babeș-Bolyai University and teaching this semester, and he's really good. And I cannot say anything else, so that's all my experience in that.
It's good to hear that. Okay, and bringing cybersecurity and innovation back together, what other ways do you think that EIT and KICS in general might use to help the upskill of cybersecurity workforce in an innovative approach?
Yes, they have to upskill the workforce in that field and combine into different fields. I think it's really helpful.
Hey, Georgia?
The landscape in Romania is fragmented, so we have now an important opportunity that the Cybersecurity Excellence Center is located in Romania. So that might be a good initiative to cluster all the programs from the university and from the research institutes around this center. I know, for example, in Greece, they had a huge boost once the ENISA placed their center there. So this could happen. So this opportunity for Romania to do this step. And as you have seen in competitions, so in cybersecurity challenges, Romania is usually well represented and is among the top, let's say top 5 or top 10 or yeah, even top 3 sometimes. So there is a huge potential in this field.
Thank you all for your answers. Since we are almost running out of time, you have 1 minute to each of you to tell us a last message that you want the audience to take away. Victoria, can we start with you?
Oh, I can try. You have to have your motivation and work really hard. What is your motivation? What is your goal in life? And have a good viewpoint of everything. So not just focus in the technical background, also how you can use your background in real life, how to create products and how to create new services. So I think it would be important to try to see the world through a different channel, like usually watched and you learned during your studies before, about technical knowledge only.
Okay, thank you. Georgia?
Yeah, as a conclusion, it is important to have a look at projects out there. So to know the state of the art, what are the challenges, what are the programs from the European Commission and also from the national organizations. And as well as Victoria mentioned, you have to be passionate in this field. So to be always curious, what is new, what is behind, let's say, the technology, because there is a lot of security by obscurity. So you can investigate and find many vulnerabilities that are, let's say, just not visible for now, and you have also to have a sustainability. So if you don't succeed at first, and continue, and in this field there is a lot of trial and error as well. So.
Thank you. And Andra, one final thought?
My message is more for the students in the room, that I would definitely encourage them to, follow a master in the EIT program, no matter what track. And also, I'm really proud that there will be like a, one track here happening in Romania. Like my heart grows a little. Also, whenever I hear that, Romanian, it's also part of the EIT master, I'm very happy.
Great, thank you all for your contribution to this session, and I declare it closed. Thank you.
So as I said before, this month is taking pretty quick, but nothing too much when you go to various EIT and the NVT's website. The Andra said, just go and apply for learn more about innovations. Thank you so much for the job. And as you by the way have a meeting at 10. And also thank you so much, Georgia, and Victoria for joining, and all the other participants online, and for you here in the room. And we're fortunate enough that you can join us for a coffee session.